This is Radhika. I am going to give a video lecture on AC machines, 4th semester, 18E 403 subject code. So, in this subject, we have 6 chapters. So, in this subject, we have 6 chapters. First chapter is fundamentals of single phase transformer, and second is test on single phase transformer, and third is performance of single phase transformers, and fourth is three phase transformers, and fifth is fundamentals of alternators, and sixth one is performance of alternators. So today first we go for fundamentals of single phase transformers. So these transformers are very important in electrical department because these transformers we will use in power generation plants as a in generation plants, and also we used in distribution centers as a step down transformers. So these transformers are basically very important to electrical branch. So today we will discuss about single phase transformer. So in this we will discuss about introduction of single phase transformers and working principle of single phase transformers and classification. So in this mainly in this chapter we contain reasons for the popularity of the transformers, principle of working of a transformer, construction and working of single phase transformer, classification of transformers, construction details of transformers, theory of an ideal transformer, EMF equation of a single phase transformer, turns ratios and special transformers, and also last is the auto transformers. So in this first chapter these are the objective points. First today we will discuss only few topics, only introduction of transformers, features and working principle. So first, actually what is the importance of transformer? Well, first the importance of transformer. So this is the structure of transformers where we are used. So first in first stage it is the generation station. In generation station we are using the step up transformers. So step up means the voltage will be increased. Next, after stepping up the voltage, it will go through the transmission lines. The transmission lines voltage will be almost up to 5 lakhs voltage, and that maximum voltage will be step downs where it is in substations. So in substation almost the voltage will be 33,000 volts. This step down voltage will be again step down in distribution lines. So again this will be step down at pole mounted transformers, that up to 240 volts. That is the our home wiring voltage. Means we are using the different types of transformer, means step up and step down. So using of these two types of transformer we are stepping up and stepping down. So we are converting the voltage from some lakhs of voltage to 240 voltage. So this is the main use of the transformer. So actually what is the main importance? So the electric power is generated, transmitted and distributed in the form of alternating current. The electric power is generated by generating stations like hydel, thermal, nuclear, solar, or anything at a voltage of 6.6 or 11 or 33 kilovolts. This power is to be transmitted over a long distances to supply various consumers in villages, towns, and cities. The consumers uses power at a voltage of 400 by 230 volts, but the transmission of power is economical at high voltages such as 132, 220, 400 or 765 kilovolts. The high voltage transmission results in lesser cost of transmission lines and reduced power losses. Therefore, a device or equipment is required for stepping up the voltage at generating stations and stepping down the voltage at the places where it is used. The electrical device which is used for this purpose is called transformer. So the generating station, uh, the voltage is 6.6 or 11 or 33 kV is stepped up to 132 kV or 220 kV or 400 kV or 765 kV with the help of step up transformers for transmission, and then step down to 66 kV or 33 kV or 11 kV at various substations with the help of step down transformers, and further stepped down to 400 by 230 volts by means of distribution transformers for consumers. So actually, what is the definition of transformers? So before going that, uh, uh, few information about when it will be started. So in 1831, Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction discovered. So the Faraday's law means the Faraday, he uh, he told and he described two laws, Faraday first law and Faraday second law. So the transformer will be works on electromagnetic induction principle. So this is the basic base of the transformer. In 1864, Maxwell equation for mathematical models of electromagnetic operators formulated. In 1885, first real transformer, only single phase, patented. So in 1885 only they introduced the single phase transformers. In 1893 first three phase transformer were used. So this is almost 9.6 kV transmission system in Sweden. So this is dry type three phase transformer manufactured by ASEA. And in 1900 oil immersed transformers were burned. So maximum we are used oil immersed transformers. So just this is the basement of the transformers. So actually, what is the transformer? So a transformer is a static device. Transformer is a static device which which transfers electrical power from one voltage level to another voltage level without changing the frequency. It can increase or decrease the voltage of an AC supply with a corresponding decrease or increase in current through the medium of magnetic field, keeping the power trans keeping the power of transformation the same. Means the transformation of is same, but only voltage will be different. It transfers power from one electrical circuit to another electrical circuit. So it converts one electrical circuit to another circuit by electromagnetic induction principle. So so the the transformer is, it converts, means input as a electrical power, outputs also same electrical power, but it converts means it converts one electrical voltage to another electrical voltage, means the voltage will be increased or decreased with no change of frequency, means frequency is same. A transformer is a stationary electric machine which transfers electrical energy or power from one circuit to another circuit with the same frequency but with different voltages and currents. A motor converts electrical power to mechanical power. A generator converts mechanical to electrical power. That is the two principles of motors and generators. So here this is the simple structures of motors and generators. The motor will be input as electrical power, output is mechanical power. In generator, input is mechanical power and output is electrical power. So unlike in rotation machines, there is no electrical to mechanical energy conversion. A transformer is a static device and all currents and voltages are AC. So in transformer there is no moving parts. It is a fixed device, static device. The transformer of energy takes place through the magnetic field. So the energy takes only in magnetic field only. So this is the definition, and this is the diagram for the transformer. So here it has the few reasons for the popularity of the transformers. So here the transformer is an electromagnetic device which transfers electrical energy or power from one electrical circuit to another electrical circuit without a change in the frequency. Actually, the transformer is an electromagnetic energy conversion device. Since the electrical energy supplied to it is first converted to magnetic energy and it is then reconverted to useful electrical energy in the other circuit. The transformer of energy usually takes place with a change of voltage. When the transformer rises, means increases the voltage, the output voltage is higher than the input voltage, then it is called as step up transformers. Mean when when the output voltage the output voltage is higher than the input voltage, it is called step up transformer. When the transformer lowers or decreases the voltage, the output voltage is lower than the input voltage, then it is called step down transformer. So the transformer does not consist of moving parts. It is generally called as a static device. Due to the absence of rotating parts, there is no friction and windage losses. Being stationary device, the losses are relatively low. Hence, the efficiency of a transformer is high. Approximately, it is 90 to 98 percentage out of all the electrical machines. Means in generators and in motors, there are moving parts. So, in motors and generators, the efficiency is low compared to transformers. In transformers, there is no rotating parts. That's why the efficiency of the transformer is 90 to 98 percentage. So it requires less maintenance and less supervision. In addition to its use in power systems, transformers are widely used in other prominent areas of electrical engineering. Transformers are extensively used in electronic and communication circuits and also used in instrumentation circuits, control circuits, radio and television circuits, in telephone circuits, etc. Transformers are built in different sizes, its weight ranging from a few tens of grams. It is used in electronic circuits to hundreds of tons used in electrical circuits. Transformers are most widely used in both low and high current circuits. Transformers are simple, rugged, and durable in construction. So, the uh, the reasons and applications, transformers plays a vital and essential role in many engineering fields. Without the transformers, it would not be possible to use electrical energy in many of the ways it is being used nowadays. Hence, transformer has got its own popularity. So, the electrical machines are required for stepping up the voltage at generating stations. Electrical machines are required for stepping down the voltage at places where it is to be used. Electrical machines used for this purpose is known as transformer. So this is the uh, rough diagram of transformer. The transformers have the core, steel core, and two electrical windings, primary winding and secondary winding. For windings, we are using the copper wire, and when the current is flowing through the copper windings, the flux will be released in core. So this is the basic diagram of transformer. No electrical connection is present between two windings. Magnetic linkage exists between the two windings. The magnetic linkage is provided through a path of low reluctance. It needs only low reluctance. So here the transformer basically consists of two windings which are wound on a soft iron or silicon steel core. The winding which is connected to the supply mains is known as primary winding. The winding which is connected to the load is known as secondary winding. So working principle of transformer. How the transformer will works. The transformer works on the principle of Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. As the transformer is static device, the induction is static based on the concept of mutual induction. Whenever a conductor links the changing flux, an EMF is induced in that conductor. This induced EMF is proportional to the rate of change of flux linkages and number of turns. So actually, what is the mutual inductance? So here in this, the EMF induced in one coil due to the change of flux in neighboring coil is known as mutual induced EMF, and the phenomenon is known as mutual inductance. For example, just we can consider in diagram we can assume primary side yellow dotted lines is just we say coil A, and secondary side coil dotted yellow lines are coil B, just we can assume. So here the two coils A and B wound on iron core. Coil A is connected across AC supply and is known as primary winding. The coil B is connected to the load is known as secondary. When primary winding is generated by AC supply voltage, the current in the primary winding produced alternating flux, means changing flux in the core. This alternating flux passes through the core. This alternating flux passes through the core. When the secondary winding links with this change in flux, the EMF is induced in the secondary winding according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. This EMF is known as mutual induced EMF. The EMF induced in the secondary winding causes a current through the load. The alternating flux passes through the core when the secondary winding links with this flux is the flux in change. An EMF is induced in the secondary winding according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. This EMF is known as mutual induced EMF. The EMF induced in the secondary winding causes a current through the load. Here it is observed that the AC supply is given to the primary winding, but an EMF is induced in the secondary winding. This concept is known as mutual induction. So, which is a basic principle of working of a transformer. So, using of mutual induced EMF, the transformer will be working. So here a transformer is a device. So construction of the transformer. A transformer is a static device which transfers electrical power from one electrical circuit to another electrical circuit through medium of, of magnetic field without a change in the frequency. It can raise or lower the voltage with corresponding decrease or increase in current, keeping the power of transformation as same. It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction between two coils or windings. According to this principle, the EMF is induced in a coil if it links a changing flux. Transformer essentially consists of two windings which are wound on a common laminated magnetic core. The core is made with soft iron or silicon steel laminations to provide a path of low reluctance for the magnetic flux. The windings are insulated from both the core and each other. The winding which is connected to supply mains is known as primary winding, and the winding connected to the load circuit is known as secondary winding. There is no electrical or mechanical connection between the two windings, but there is a magnetic linkage between the two windings. For the sake of simplicity and for analyzing transformer theory, the two the two windings are no shown in opposite sides of the core, but in actual construction the two windings are one over other. When the primary winding is connected to AC supply source, a voltage V1, primary supply voltage just we assume as V1, and frequency F hertz, current is I1. The I1 will flow through H in primary. This current produces an alternating flux pi in the core which varies with the time. This flux, so this flux first links with primary winding, hence produces itself EMF, that is called E1, symbol capital E1 in the primary winding, which opposes the applied voltage. This means E1 EMF, sometimes known as back EMF of the primary. The flux pi passes through the magnetic core and links with secondary winding also, so induces an EMF called mutual induced EMF E2. In the secondary winding, the magnitude of EMF induced is proportional to the rate of change of flux linkages and number of turns. The frequency of the EMF induced in the secondary winding is same as that of the flux or that of the supply voltage. The EMF in the secondary winding will able to circulate the current I2 in the load circuit. Thus the energy is transferred from primary winding to the secondary winding through the medium of the magnetic field by electromagnetic induction principle without any change in frequency. So in primary side, it has the V1 voltage I1 current, E1 EMF, and normal flux and normal frequency. In secondary side, it has the I2 current, V2 voltage, E2 EMF. So the flux passes through the core and links with the secondary winding to induce an EMF called mutual induced EMF in the secondary winding. The frequency of the EMF induced in the secondary is same as that of the flux or that of the supply voltage. So the induced EMF in the secondary winding will be able to circulate the current in the external load connected to it. Energy is transferred from primary winding to the secondary winding by electromagnetic induction principle without change of frequency. So next we go for step up and step down transformer. Step up and step down transformers. So here the two winding transformer with primary winding having N1 turns and secondary winding having N2 turns. When the primary winding is connected to an AC supply means an alternating flux pi is produced in the core. Since this flux is alternating and links with N1 and N2 turns, so induced an EMF E1 and E2 in the primary and secondary windings. The EMF E1 is known as primary EMF or self-induced EMF, and the EMF E2 is known as secondary EMF or mutual induced EMF. Means E1 is called primary or self-induced EMF, E2 is called secondary or mutual induced EMF. So the primary EMF E1 is equal to minus N1 d pi by dt, and secondary EMF E2 is equal to minus N2 d pi by dt from Faraday's law. The ratio of primary to secondary EMF is the same as the ratio of primary to secondary winding turns. Hence, the magnitude of E1 and E2 depends on the number of turns N1 and N2, since the d pi by dt is common for both the windings. By selecting the value of N1 and N2 properly, we can transform the required power from one voltage level to another. If N2 greater than N1, then E2 greater than E1 or V2 greater than V1, that is secondary voltage will be more than primary voltage, and such a transformer is called step up transformer. If N2 less than N1, then E2 less than E1 or V2 less than V1, that is the secondary voltage will be less than primary voltage, and such a transformer is known as step down transformer. If N2 is equal to N1, E2 is equal to E1, V2 is equal to V1, the secondary voltage will be equal to primary voltage. So the transformer is called 1:1 ratio transformer. 1:1 ratio transformer. The winding connected to higher voltage is known as high voltage, means HV winding, and the winding connected to lower voltage is known as low voltage LV winding. In case of a step up transformer, low voltage winding is the primary and high voltage winding is the secondary. But in case of step down transformer, low voltage winding is the secondary and high voltage winding is the primary. The step up transformer are used at generating stations to increase the voltage from lower level to higher level for economical transmission purpose. The step down transformers are used to decrease the voltage from higher level to lower level for consumers use. The 1:1 ratio transformer are used in electrically isolated the two parts of the circuits. So in step up transformer, the transformer raises the voltage, it is called step up transformer. In step up transformer, the output voltage is higher than input voltage. In step up transformer, secondary winding turns are more than the primary winding turns. In step down transformer, when the transformer reduces the voltage it is called step down transformer. In step down transformer, the output voltage is less than input voltage. In step down transformer, secondary winding turns are less than the primary winding turns. Next we go for classification of transformers. The transformers are there are many ways in which transformers can be classified. The transformers can be classified as follows. So first one, transformers are classified based upon number of phases. So depends on number of phases, single phase transformer and polyphase transformer. In polyphase means it has two phase transformer and a three phase transformer. We are using only three phase transformers. The transformers classification based on construction. There is three types based on construction. First one is core type, second one is shell type, and third one is berry type. In this construction, we can use maximum first two types, core type and shell type. Next, the transformers classification based on function. So based on function, first is the power transformers. Under power transformers, the two types, step up transformer and step down transformer, and also it is classified as distribution transformer is always step down. We are used as a power transformer, distribution transformers. Again, based on function, third is instrument transformers. In instrument transformer, it is the current transformers and potential transformer. Next, fourth one, welding transformer. It is used for welding the tars. So next, so the transformers classification based on number of windings. So single winding transformer means auto transformer and multi winding transformers. Again, the classification based on cooling. Air cooled transformers. Under air cooled transformers, natural air cooled transformers, forced air cooled transformers, induced air cooled transformers. Again, types of cooling low: oil cooled transformer. In oil cooling, oil filled nature or self cooled transformer, oil filled forced air cooled transformer, oil filled forced water cooled transformer. Again, it will be classified based on location: indoor transformer and outdoor transformers. Next, it will be classified based on rating: low rating transformer, medium rating transformers, high rating transformers. Again, the classification based on frequency: low frequency or power frequency or audio frequency 50 Hz, and also it classified as high frequency transformer, pulse transformer, radio frequency, etc. So this is the uh, classification of the transformer. And also it has the special purpose of transformers. In special purpose transformers, auto transformers, Welling transformers, audio frequency transformers, pulse transformers, and trigger transformers. So these are the classification of transformers. And also next, why transformer works on AC supply only. In case of what happens when a transformer is connected to a DC supply. When the transformer is connected to a DC supply, the primary will draw a steady current and hence produced constant flux. Therefore, no back EMF or self-induced EMF is induced in primary winding. Hence, no opposition to the applied voltage. Moreover, the transformer primary has low reluctance, means low resistance. So, the primary winding will draw excessive current from the supply, which may result in the burning out of the primary voltage. Due to this reason, transformer never be connected to a DC supply. The flux produced by DC supply does not vary, but remains constant in magnitude. As flux remains constant, no EMF is induced in the primary and secondary. As there is no self-induced EMF in the primary winding to oppose the applied voltage, a heavy current will flow through the primary winding, and this large current will result in the damage of windings. That's why we never use DC supply for transformers. So today we discussed few topics about importance of transformer, features of transformers, working principle of transformer, step up transformer, step down transformer, Classification of transformers based on various factors like number of phases, construction based on function means power transformers, distribution transformers, instrument transformers, based on cooling, based on core type material, based on purpose of transformers. So here we have the few these questions. So in this the few quiz questions. So first question is, transformer is which type of electrical machine? So transformer is a static AC machine. So here for transformer we never use DC supply, only we are using AC supply, and also its static device. In this transformer there is no moving parts, only it is the static or fixed AC device. Answer is first A. And second second quiz question is, transformer works on the principle of mutual induction between two coils. So answer is first one, because the transformer works on the Faraday's law. So in this transformer, primary and secondary windings, two windings. In secondary winding it will be produced self-induced EMF. In secondary winding it induces mutually induced EMF. So here in this question the answer is mutual induction between two coils. That's why the voltage will be step up and step down without any wiring contacts. Answer is A. Next, the transformer converts electrical energy from one electrical circuit to another electrical circuit without change in frequency. It will be change voltage, current. The voltage and current will be changed from one circuit to another circuit. The frequency is fixed, so the frequencies does not change. Answer is A, that is frequency. Next, the winding connected to the supply main is called. Answer is B, primary winding. For supply mains, the primary is connected. For load, secondary winding is connected. So the winding connected to the supply mains is called primary winding. Answer B. Next, the winding connected to the load is known as secondary winding. Answer A. Next, in step up transformer, the secondary winding voltage is step up. Step up means voltage will be increasing, so more than the primary voltage. Answer is A. In step down transfer, less than the primary voltage. So in this first step up transformer, the secondary winding voltage is more than the primary voltage. Next, based on construction, transformers are classified into based on construction. So the transformers are many types, but based on construction there are three types: core type, shell type, and berry type. So answer is A. Next, based on number of phases, transformers are classified into single phase and polyphase. Based on number of phases, answer is C, single phase and polyphase. So next, distribution transformers are always step down transformers. True or false? Distribution transformers are always step down transformers. True. Transformers works on AC supply only. It is also true. So these are the few frequently asked questions. So in this, define transformer. This is the very important question. Define transformer. Explain the working principle of transformer. Classify the transformers based on various factors. Give reasons for working of transformers and AC supply only. So just these are the few recently asked questions. So this is the about AC machines first class. So in next video lesson we will go for few another topics, the construction details of transformers, mainly the construction of the transformers. So main construction means the transformer has many parts, so each and every part will be explained in briefly. So this is the today's class. Thank you.